they can directly apply. So that is the basic purpose that we have already discussed. I'm just repeating once more as one or two more candidates have joined. So that is the reason that we are a particular foundation, that is Simagupta Memorial Foundation, Kolkata, West Bengal. Our major objective is of two purposes. Number one is conducting free of cost training program for the job seekers, like the training we are conducting today on the basic understanding about advertisement and marketing. That is going to help you out for cracking any interview in marketing and advertisement jobs. So this kind of, there is a WhatsApp group for communicating this training related information. So we'll be sharing you the link of this particular training group. So whenever there is a free training program, you will get to know. Okay. So number two is we are having a group that is for job information group, where we are providing different kind of job related information means the vacancy details. Okay, vacancy details with the company information. That means the company email ID and the company phone number, where whatever is available will be sharing. So you have to, there is no intervention from our end that you have to send a CV. We will be sending it to the company. No, we will be providing the job, we will be providing the company contact information, that is the email ID, the phone number, etc. So those who are interested for the job, they can directly apply for the job. So there is no intervention from our end, and it is a totally free of cost activity. You do not have to pay anything for it, not for the training program, not for the job related information. So these are the two different kind of activities as of now we have started from the Simagupta Memorial Foundations. So today, as we have discussed, that we will be conducting a short training program on this concept of advertisement and marketing. Okay, so like say for example, to have a basic idea about the marketing, let us just understand. Like say for example, right now I am taking a session of yours, and I would be requiring a earphone for conducting this kind of training program. I don't have a earphone. Now say for example, Mr. Joy Mukherjee is telling, just sir, I can give you a earphone. You have to, but that will, I can deliver it at your home, right? By right within 5 minutes, but you need to pay me 10,000 rupees. So now the earphone is okay. I mean the product is okay. Place is also okay, because Mr. Mukherjee want to send the earphone at my home. Place is also okay, but time is also okay. But the problem is price is not okay, because for a earphone paying 10,000 rupees right now for conducting this training program probably is not worthwhile. But say for example, Mr. Manoj is telling that sir, I can give you the earphone if you can pay me only 100 rupees. But you need to come to right now at, say for example, Noihati railway station. Now it is not possible for me, because I am staying at in South Kolkata. If somebody is telling I can give you an earphone 100 rupees, you need to come to Noihati, or you have to come to Bangalore, you have to come to Chennai right now to collect the earphone. It is not possible for me. So where is the problem here? The product is right, price is also right, but the place is not right. Right, place is not right. So that means here also I am having the problem. Though I'm getting the right product for me, whatever I'm looking for, I'm getting it at the right price, maybe at the 100 rupees, but the place is not right, because the place they are talking about, it is far away from my place, so which is very difficult for me to go and collect. Next, say for example, Nikhil is telling, sir, I can give you the earphone, I have a delivery person just near at your home, and if you pay me 100 rupees, I'll be sending you the earphone just within 5 minutes at your home. Okay, at your home, and it is only 100 rupees per earphone, but today's offer is buy one get one free. Right, buy one get one free. So automatically what I am getting by paying 100 rupees, I am getting two earphones. So understand from where or from whom I'm going to purchase. I'm going to definitely going to purchase from Mr. Nikhil, because I'm getting the right product at the right price at the right place with appropriate promotion. So this is the simple concept of marketing. Like say for example, if you are a doctor and if you are having your chamber in a very posh area, posh locality, I mean very rich people stays there, and if you are charging your visit, I mean for checking or treating the patient, if you're charging your visit at 100 rupees or 150 rupees, trust me, most of the people of that locality will not come. They will treat you are not a very good doctor, because you are charging a very low price. Charge them 1,000 rupees, 1,500 rupees, 2,000 rupees. They will be telling that he is a very good doctor, he is charging 1,000 rupees for visit, checking one of the patient. This is all about marketing. You need to understand, same doctor, whenever he will be doing his chamber in a very slum area, little bit poverty ridden area, and if you had start charging 100 rupees, I mean 1000 rupees and 1500 rupees, nobody will come there. You have to charge 100 rupees, 150 rupees, or maybe below that. You have to prescribe very low cost medicine. In that rich area, you have to prescribe very high cost medicine, even if the disease can be treated with a 1 rupee or 2 rupee per tablet medicine. But if you are writing that, they will treat you if you are not a good doctor. You have to prescribe them very expensive medicine, then they will treat you, you are a good doctor. So that is a simple marketing strategy. Like probably you have experienced that if you are traveling by train, right? If you are traveling a long distance train, maybe. So if you are traveling by the second class compartment, the tea vendor will be selling you a tea what 5 rupees. Okay, the same tea vendor will be selling the same tea in the AC second class or the 3-tier compartment with 10 rupees or 15 rupees. Right? Same thing. That is a simple. They also understand the consumer psychology. Right? So that's the idea. Right? Take another example, because in India is a price sensitive market, and how this marketing strategy can help you out. Probably which mobile brand is right now #1 in India. Anybody wants to tell which mobile brand right now in India is #1? Anyone want to tell which mobile brand is #1 in India right now? We are using a lot of phone like MI,
Apple.
Samsung, etc. Yeah, pardon, tell me.
Sir, Apple phone?
No, Apple is not #1. Apple is for the premium category of people. How many people in India is having Apple? Most of the people are not having, because it's so expensive. So which is the #1?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Samsung.
Not Samsung. You are very near, very good answer, but not correct. Anything else?
It's sir, Realme.
Not Realme. Very near again.
It's or MI.
MI, right?
Redmi?
Very good. Correct answer. MI.
Thank you,
MI,
sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Right. MI is the #1 brand in India for the last 4 years. Right?
Thank you very much.
What is the reason why they are #1? Why they are #1?
Because it's a easy for affordable, and their marketing strategy is very good.
Right, very good. Actually, they are providing more features with a low price. The Samsung
Yes,
or
sir.
the other brand, they are providing the features at 1800 rupees, 20,000 rupees, 80,000, 20,000 rupees, 18,000 to 20,000 rupees. But they are providing the same thing at 7,000, 8,000 rupees. Same thing happened with the television market. That is the smart television market. The Samsung, Sony providing you the television of 32-inch smart television at 30,000 rupees to 35,000 rupees. MI is providing you the same thing at 13,000 rupees, 12,000 to 13,000
Right,
rupees. Same thing happened. They become #1 because India is a price sensitive market. If you can give them good quality product with a low price, definitely, most of the people will be purchasing that. And MI have understood the market, and they have grabbed the Indian market of television, and they have grabbed the Indian market of mobile phone. And Samsung became the #2. Earlier, Samsung was #1. So that is the marketing strategy. So if we have understood that the India like low price, more features, that can you tell me why Tata Nano is a failure in Indian market? Because Tata Nano is also low price car, but India did not like that, and the Tata Nano production is totally stopped. Then why? What can be the reason that why Tata Nano is a failure? Any idea? Because they are providing you 1 lakh rupees car to, maximum the cost of the car was 1,50,000, 1,60,000. But why the Indians have refused that? No, we are not going to purchase Tata Nano. We'll be purchasing Maruti and other brands by paying extra money. But they are refusing to pay or purchase Tata Nano by with a lower price. What can be the reason? Any idea? Anyone having? Just wild guess. What do you think?
Sir, from my points of view, it's a very uncomfortable, and when you are going to buy a car, first you have to look for comfort, better space, like that.
Okay, fine, very good point. But the problem is, it can happen to any car, because that may happen. It can be a reason. There are some technical difficulties also. Like there are some complaint that if the Tata Nano is colliding with something, there is a fire breakout in the car, that also happened. These are the technical things, and that can be overcome because it is a Tata brand. Tata can rectify it, but the problem is somewhere else. Why Tata Nano is a failure? The problem is, can you tell me why till now Indians, means we, purchase car? What is the major reason that we use think of purchasing a car? Why we are purchasing car? What is the major reason behind it? What is the, there are many reasons like transportation, ease of communicating, lot of things. But the what is the major reason Indians purchasing car? Any idea? Why people purchase car in India? One of the major reason of purchasing car in India till now is social status. Social status, because if you are having car, people used to think that we are successful. If we are purchasing a
Right,
car,
sir.
that means people think we are doing a good job, or earning lot of money. That is a social status. People used to say, yes, I am having a car. So that's the idea, I mean, social status. But if you can see, if you can remember the first advertisement of Tata Nano, that where it has been shown that one family was riding a bike, I mean, one family was traveling by a bike, the husband was riding the bike, in the backside his wife and kids were sitting, and they stopped in a traffic jam on a traffic signal, and suddenly there is another car which was just there beside them, and it starts, and in that particular car also there is a family. Husband was driving the car, in the back seat there is his wife and kids. Suddenly it starts raining, and automatically the family in the bike got drenched. Okay? And the of course the family in the car was enjoying music. So now that this husband in the bike was thinking, if I would have a car, my family would not have drenched. Now the caption of the Tata Nano is coming: if you can afford a car, you can afford, if you can afford a bike, you can afford a car. So now you don't have to worry. So that means what they are telling, that means if you are not that successful of purchasing car, if you are able to purchase a bike, now you can afford a car also. That means if you are purchasing Tata Nano, you are actually telling the society that I am not that much successful. I am having the capability of purchasing a low cost bike only. And now, so that is the reason I have purchased Tata Nano. So if you can remember, in those days of 2009, 2010, if somebody is purchasing Tata Nano, I have personally experienced these things, that the people used to tell them that, why you have purchased Tata Nano? You could have purchased a auto kind of thing. You could have earned money. So that means by purchasing Tata Nano, you are actually reducing your social status. And that is the reason people stop purchasing that. That is the major reason, because till now Indian mentality is that we are purchasing car because the major reason is to improve social status, but the Tata Nano actually reducing the social status because of the kind of advertisement they have made as far as the quality of the concern, because people are still purchasing, second hand Maruti car by paying 30,000 rupees, 40,000 rupees. That is also very age old car, Maruti 800, okay, Alto. They are purchasing, but they stopped because that is a Maruti car. Nobody can tell them this is auto or that kind of thing. That is, the image of the Maruti car is still high. Like the, say for example, if MI phone is telling that this is a poor man's mobile phone, those who cannot afford Apple, those who cannot afford OnePlus, they should afford, or they can purchase MI phone. If they would have given this kind of advertisement, do you think that Indian people or the consumer are going to purchase? No. But till right now, they are thinking, those people who are purchasing MI phone, they are thinking they are the smartest buyer and having the high-end mobile phone. The people who are purchasing high-cost mobile phone by paying 20,000, 25, 30,000, 35,000 rupees, they are not that many smart. Why they are paying so much money? If I am getting the same feature within 10,000 rupees, so by having MI phone with a low-cost price, consumers are feeling proud. But having Tata Nano, they are feeling kind of ashamed because people are thinking you are not successful. So that is a wrong marketing strategy or the advertisement strategy that make Tata Nano mainly the failure. There are other reasons also, but one of the major reason is their advertisement message or the marketing message failure. So this is the basic understanding of the marketing and the advertisement. Now we'll be getting into the basic concepts of our advertisement and types of advertisement. So basically, what is an advertisement? Advertisement is a paid form of non-personal communication by an identified sponsor to take a positive decision about the brand. Why it is called paid form? Because we need to pay the media money. If you want to publish an advertisement in Times of India in the front page, full page advertisement, can you tell me what is the cost of that advertisement? Any idea? For a day, one day you will be giving the advertisement in Times of India, front page, full page advertisement. What is the cost? Any idea? Wild guess. If you don't know, wild guess. What can be the cost of an advertisement in Times of India if you are want to give that advertisement in the front page, full page? Any idea what is the cost? Any wild guess?
Near about 1 lakh rupees, sir.
In Kolkata, it is 28 lakh rupees. 28 lakhs, right? If you are going to Delhi or the Mumbai, the cost will be much higher. Per day, I'm talking about, you have to pay 28 lakhs rupees on an average, right? So that is the cost of, I mean, if you want to give advertisement, I'm talking about front page, full page advertisement. So that is the normal cost. So that is why it is called paid form. If you want to give any advertisement in, say, for example, during any popular television show, right? Say, for example, Big Boss. So there you need to pay a lot of money on per second basis. On per second basis, actually per 10-second basis, they will be charging. So that's a huge amount of money based on the popularity of the program, based on the TRP of the program, based on the popularity of the channel, they will be charging the price. So that is a huge cost. If you want to give an advertisement in Facebook, in the Facebook also they will be charging you money. You can post anything free of cost, you can give any post, but if you want to give it in the form of advertisement in the Facebook, they will be charging money. Similarly with the YouTube. Okay, for the first 5 seconds they will not be charging money, but for the 5 second onwards they will be charging money. So that is the kind of concept. That is why it is called paid form. Number 2 is non-personal communication, because advertisement is for all. That's why it is called non-personal communication, because if you are giving an advertisement in Times of India, newspaper, anywhere, it is for masses. It is called mass communication. We are asking everybody to pay attention. By an identified sponsor, we will be able to understand that who have given this advertisement. This is an advertisement by MI, this is an advertisement by Realme, this is an advertisement by Samsung, this is an advertisement by Nestle. We can understand. That is called identified sponsor. And why we are doing that? To take a positive decision about the brand. That's the basic idea or the concept of the advertisement. Now let us come to one of the concepts that is called primary demand advertisement. What is primary demand advertisement? When people are not aware about the brand, I mean aware about the product, I mean what the product is all about, then we have to give advertisement about what is the product is all about. Like say, for example, in this example, you will be able to see that in the right hand side, there is an advertisement of tea. That is, what is tea? What is the benefit of tea? That means there is nowhere it is written which brand is giving the advertisement, because there is no brand is promoting this advertisement. We are just promoting what is tea, why the people should have tea. Similarly, in the left hand side, you will be finding an advertisement of egg. That means if the National Egg Corporation is giving an advertisement, Roj Khao Ande, because of it is a full square meal, that is there is no brand. It is just a promotion of the product itself. In general, there is no brand. Like when tea was first introduced in Indian market, so suddenly there is a after 1 month there is a shortfall, downfall of sale. Suddenly the sales got fall in India. So as you know that tea is a British drink actually. So the British people was thinking that why Indians are not liking tea. So then they have understood. Can you tell me, if you are boiling something, what we eat? If you are boiling potato, if you are boiling egg, what we are actually eating? Can you tell me? If you are boiling potato or if you are boiling egg, what we are actually eating? We are eating the boiled potato. We are eating the boiled egg, right? We are not eating that water. We are not drinking that water, right? Do you agree? If you are boiling the egg in water, after boiling is done, what we are having? We are having the egg, not the water. in which we have boiled the egg, right? That is the normal practice. But in case of tea, that is not happening. Just opposite is happening. If we are boiling the tea leaf, we are not supposed to eat the tea leaf. We are supposed to eat the water. Indians have not been able to understand that thing at the beginning. They start eating the boiled tea leaf, but of course that does not taste good, and that is the reason Indians refuse tea. So then the British government have given a full page advertisement in Telegraph what is tea and how to prepare tea. So that is an advertisement for making the people aware about the product, okay, not about any brand. So this is called primary demand advertisement. Okay, right? If some new product is coming into the market about which we are not aware, so then you need to give primary demand advertisement. But when the people get aware that yes, people now know about tea, now we will be giving this kind of advertisement, like these things, I mean Lipton green tea. So this is called secondary demand advertisement. Whenever you will be seeing advertisement with a brand name, here the brand name is Lipton, so definitely the Lipton tea, that is called secondary demand advertisement. Simple. This is the basic difference between the primary demand and secondary demand. When you are introducing something very new into the market, you have to go with primary demand advertisement. If you are introducing something which already known by the market, you are just introducing a new brand, this is called, you know, secondary demand advertisement. So this is the basic difference, primary demand and the secondary demand advertisement. This is called comparative advertisement. When we are comparing with each other, competitive brand like the Pepsi and Coca-Cola, Horlicks and Complan. If you can see this advertisement here, like the Complan is saying 1 cup of Complan is equal to 2 cup of Horlicks. That means Complan is trying to say they are twice the better than Horlicks. That is called comparative advertisement. So we are comparing with each other. So that's the similarly the Coca-Cola or Pepsi can compare themselves. Lifebuoy and Dettol can compare themselves. So now there is a legal controversy little bit. If you are taking here in this advertisement, they have taken the direct name in the Complan. They have taken the direct name Complan equal to 2 cup of Horlicks. Now, if Horlicks is making a complaint to the court, then if the court is giving order, they have to withdraw the advertisement. But until and unless somebody is making complaint to the court, no action can be taken, and of course this advertisement can continue. But you know, there is an option, there is a body that is called Advertisement Standard Council of India. You can always make a complaint against the advertisement if you don't like. You know, even individual like us, we can make a complaint. We don't have to be a company. Individual also, if you don't like any advertisement, we can directly make complaint, right? So that is the thing. So this is called comparative advertisement. When you are comparing with each other, you will be finding this common advertisement in case of the detergent powder in the television. They used to show that the Tide and the, say for example, Surf Excel, right? The Surf Excel is you know, better than the Tide, and the Tide is saying Tide is better than the Surf Excel. So that is called the comparative kind of advertisement. Next one is the cooperative advertisement. Cooperative advertisement means when multiple brands are giving advertisement together. Here Coca-Cola and McD is giving advertisement together. So that is called cooperative advertisement, right? So that is the fundamental concept of the cooperative, when multiple brands are giving advertisement together. Okay. So cooperative advertisement, it can be of two types, horizontal and say for example, these things, I mean vertical. Like say for example, all of us are, you know, Bosch training centers or the Bosch, you know, the trainee or the Bosch students. So like say for example, probably you know there are a lot of Bosch centers. Now Bosch is giving an advertisement in association with any, or say for example 10 Bosch centers of Kolkata. Now the cost of the advertisement are being distributed, like say for example, cost of the advertisement is 10 lakhs. Bosch is giving 5 lakhs rupees, and rest of the 5 lakhs rupees is being distributed among rest of the 10 center, 1 lakh rupees each. This, if this is an advertisement, this is called cooperative, I mean vertical cooperative advertisement, because there is a body which is higher, like Bosch is the major company, under that there are centers. So if the centers and the Bosch together giving the advertisement and the cost is being distributed like this, this is called vertical cooperative advertisement. Now horizontal cooperative advertisement at the same level. Say for example, there are 5 centers in the North Kolkata, or say for example in Kolkata, there are 5 centers of Bosch, and all the centers have decided to give an advertisement together. I mean, there are 5 lakhs. There is a 5 lakhs rupees advertisement, and each 5 centers is contributing 1 lakh rupees. So together they are giving the advertisement. This is called horizontal. I mean, same level organizations are giving the advertisement together. That is called, horizontal cooperative advertisement, right? So that's the idea. So any doubt anyone having as of now, whatever we have discussed, primary demand, secondary demand, competitive advertisement, comparative advertisement, then cooperative advertisement, vertical cooperative, and horizontal cooperative. Anyone having any doubt? Anything, any question, anyone having?
No.
Okay. Next one is the surrogate advertisement. What is surrogate advertisement? Surrogate advertisement is there are certain kind of product which is legally prohibitive in for advertisement. I mean, you cannot give advertisement directly in the media. That is called so this kind of product you cannot give advertisement directly. Rather, you need to give advertisement indirectly, like wine product, alcohol product. Now, the wine product or the alcohol product advertisement is legally prohibitive in India to give advertisement. So that is why, if you can remember, the McDowell's always telling McDowell's Club Soda, Kingfisher Club Soda, cassettes and CDs, okay, golf accessories. This kind of advertisement we are seeing on a regular basis. But however, I mean, their actual business is the wine or the alcohol product, but as they cannot give the advertisement directly, so they are giving advertisement indirectly by, so that we can remember their brand name. So that is the idea of the surrogate advertisement. But the tobacco product like the cigarettes and all, even the surrogate advertisement is also banned. You cannot give advertisement of any kind of tobacco products, the cigarettes and everything, even in the form of surrogate advertisement. But for the wine product or the alcohol product, you can give surrogate advertisement. That means indirect advertisement, right? So that is the concept of the surrogate advertisement. Next one is the product placement or advertisement. Another terminology of it is called subliminal advertisement. That means this is called advertisement within the movie. Like, say for example, in this Bodyguard movie, Kareena Kapoor is carrying a Vio laptop of HCL, because HCL have sponsored this movie. HCL have given this money in this movie. So that is the reason that is being shown. I mean, that brand name has been shown. In the Krish movie, Bonvita have paid money. So that is why the Bonvita was shown in the movie. Even this Fir Hera Feri, the Paresh Rawal is carrying this kind of Domino's Pizza's box, and that has been shown. So this is called product placement advertisement. In this movie, Anil Kapoor is wearing a Nike shocks. So that is also a part of the product placement advertisement, because this is not direct advertisement. Nobody is telling directly, okay, purchase Vio laptop, this is the price, this is the features, purchase Bonvita, purchase Domino's, or purchase Nike. Nobody is telling that. Rather, the people, this has been shown that yes, it is being utilized by Kareena Kapoor. The Krish is having Bonvita, and Paresh Rawal is celebrating with Domino's Pizza, and Anil Kapoor is wearing Nike shocks. So that will create an impact in the mind of the consumer, so that they will be thinking of purchasing that product as well. So that is why it is called the product placement advertisement, because people nowadays know, if Shah Rukh Khan is coming and telling, or the Hrithik Roshan is coming and telling in the advertisement, I drink Bonvita, you also drink Bonvita. So people understand that, Hrithik Roshan probably don't drink Bonvita, for he is getting money, that's why he is telling. But if it is placed in this kind of advertisement, in this movies on etc., so you can actually remember that, and probably you will be having that interest to purchase. If you can remember, in the Dhoom 3 movie, there was BMW bikes. BMW bikes have given a lot of money in that particular movie. So that's why the BMW bikes were shown. Even, say for example, in Singham 2, there was Tata Nano actually sponsored heavily. The Ajay Devgan was playing the role of a assistant police commissioner. He was driving Tata Nano. That was the last last kind of intervention by Tata Nano. If that can be shown, that the assistant police commissioner can drive Tata Nano, why can't you? I mean, that was a kind of intervention they have done, but that is a failure again. So that is a kind of concept that is called the product placement advertisement. Next one is the ambient advertisement means it is a low cost alternative advertisement. Like say for example, for this advertisement of KitKat, what is the cost? Cost is just simply taking this bench from the municipality and painting it, and that's it. You know, people who will be sitting, they will be having an idea this is like a KitKat bench, right? In the right hand side, you will be finding this is a watch advertisement, and that has been done in the bus handle, right? So if you are if somebody is using the handle, I mean taking holding the handle, so what will happen, they will be having a feeling he is having the watch in his wrist, and he will be probably getting interested if actually I can purchase this watch, let me check the phone number and call. So this is very low cost advertisement. This is an alternative advertisement. This cost does not cost you like the newspaper advertisement of 20 lakhs rupees per day, or per 10 seconds you don't have to pay the channels for lakhs of rupees. You don't have to. It is a very simple and the low cost advertisement. So being a marketing person, you need to always think that how you can utilize different media, low cost media, right? This is called sandwich man advertisement. Probably you have seen this in the roads, that the one person is walking, and in front of him and in the backside of him there are some advertisement, that is called sandwich man advertisement. So this is called transit advertisement. That means advertisement in any of the moving vehicle, that is called transit advertisement. Maybe bus advertisement, metro, train, local train, anything. I mean, it may be bus, it may be auto, it may be rickshaw, normal thing. I mean, if any advertisement in the moving vehicle is called the transit advertisement. Next, there is a concept of minimalist advertisement. What is that? Very less text, but only color. Like say, for example, in the left-hand side, what is the meaning of the advertisement? Can you tell me? What is the meaning of the advertisement? This is an advertisement of Coca-Cola, definitely. But nowhere written, only here it is written Coca-Cola. But what is the meaning of this advertisement? Any idea? There is a fork, there is a knife. Now the design is that is meant as if in between there is a Coca-Cola bottle, but there is actually no bottle actually, right? This is shape is like that, is like a Coca-Cola bottle. That's it. So what is the meaning of the advertisement? That means whenever you are going to a restaurant, ordering food, having food, along with that order Coca-Cola, right? Food tastes better with Coke. That's their caption, right? This is called minimalist advertisement. Similarly, this is an advertisement of MACD. What they are trying to say? That means if you are coming to McDonald's outlet, you will be having free Wi-Fi. Like see the French fries, they are designed in the form of Wi-Fi design. So that's the idea. That is called the Wi-Fries, right? So that's the simple concept. That is called the minimalist advertisement. Like this is a guerrilla advertisement. See that advertisement. That kid was having ice cream. Whenever he is finished the ice cream, the stick is looked like a toothbrush. And that has been sponsored by Colgate. And Colgate is telling you can have ice cream, but brush your teeth after having the ice cream. So that means this is an advertisement. This is called guerrilla advertisement. So the stick has been sponsored by the Colgate is not producing ice cream. They are producing toothpaste, toothbrush, etc. So they have just sponsored the stick of the ice cream. That's it. And they have a collaboration with the ice cream company. So that this called guerrilla advertisement. Okay, this is an interesting. So you need to find out how to attract the attention of the consumer, right? So this is all about the different kind of advertisement that we are supposed to do. So anyone having any doubt, any confusion, any question you are having as of now, because we are left with only 2 minutes. So within 2 minutes, we have to finish this session as of for today. So that's the reason I'm asking if you have any question. Definitely we'll be arranging some more sessions later on so that we can have a discussion. But as of now, if you have any question. Anyone having any question, anything, whatever we have discussed? Okay, that's okay. I mean, if you can remember, we have discussed at the beginning that we are having we are organizing this training program from this foundation that is called Seema Gupta Memorial Foundations. We are conducting this training program. This is a free training group. We are organizing different free of cost training program. Probably you have got this information for this training program through your Bosch training center. So we will be giving them the link of this group in their groups actually, so that you can collect this group link from there. And we are having a free job information group as well, pan India basis. There we are posting different kind of job vacancies. So that is the idea. So that group link we will also be sharing. So you can join that group as well, right? So thank you so much for attending this session organized by Simagupta Memorial Foundation on the introduction of advertisement and marketing. So very soon we'll be coming back soon with some more interesting training content. So I hope this training program is suitable or the fruitful for you. You have gathered some knowledge about advertisement and marketing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for attending the session. We'll be coming back shortly with some more interesting content, and I hope you all can participate in the same training program. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.